There's no mistake about it. This must be the island. It's a secret military base that is reinforced and super strong. It's called Prison Island. I heard the news about it on satellite TV. I still can't believe that Sonic destroyed the military building or robbed the bank. Wait for me, okay, Sonic? I'm on my way. What? Hey, look, it's Amy! And Eggman, too! What's Amy doing here? Doesn't matter. I have to help Amy because she's in danger. Tornado transformation!
Hello everyone, I'm Third Mario Brother. Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2. In the last episode, we started off the game with City Escape with Sonic and played a level with Knuckles as well. And in this episode, as you guys can see, we are starting the third and final character of the Hero Mode, which is Tails. And yes, he has a robot gameplay mechanic, just as Gamma did in the last game. And that's one of the things that people question about this game is the 3 different gameplay styles, but I like it, and so let's get started with Tails.
This time I'll let you go, but the next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Wow, Tails, you did it! But what are you doing here on this island?
I'm the one who should be asking that question. Don't you know it's dangerous here?
I know, but I'm here to save my hero, Sonic!
Again? Hurry!
I know Eggman's up to no good again.
Okay, you stay here and I'll be right back.
Don't leave without me! I want to help Sonic too!
Aw, I'm so proud of Tails. He's grown so much since Sonic Adventure 1, where he was just following in Sonic's footsteps and just mirroring everything he did, basically. In this game, Tails takes a little bit more initiative, and he does things his own way. And yeah, you guys saw that he is going out of his way, of his own volition, without being told by Sonic or anybody else, to go save his best friend from what he believes to be an unlawful imprisonment. So yeah, Tails has definitely changed, and I would imagine most people would say for the better. Anyway, this is the third and final gameplay style of this game, which is the robot walker mechanic. And if you guys watch my Sonic Adventure Let's Play, you should already be familiar with this. Basically, you're in this giant mech that shoots these giant fireballs and these big old bullets to destroy pretty much anything in its path. And it is a heck of a lot of fun. Now, it's a little bit slow. Well, of course it's a little bit slower than Sonic's gameplay. You're playing as Tails in a robot. Of course it's going to be a little bit slower than that. But basically, the core element of the gameplay here is that you're destroying everything rather than rushing through the levels or anything like that. So go ahead and lock onto that guy and destroy him and blow these 2 guys out of the sky. And yeah, if you hold down your laser, you lock onto stuff and you destroy targets, just as in the previous game. A little bit of a difference, though, is that this time around, we don't have a timer counting down that will result in a death if it reaches 0. Instead, all we have is, there we go, barely got the guy in time. All we have to worry about is getting a decent rank, for which all you have to do is lock onto multiple enemies at once, because if you lock onto, say, 4 enemies, it gives you more points than if you lock onto 2 enemies. In the top left there, you'll see the words good and radical and extreme and stuff like that popping up constantly. And the more intense the word, I guess, the more points you get. And the more intense the word, you have to destroy more enemies. And I just absolutely failed there. You can tell that your laser is going to run out of charge if you when it starts turning blue, so you have to be careful about that, because if it turns blue, then you won't be able to lock into any more enemies, and yeah, you'll lose out on a bunch of points like I did just there, because I was paying more attention to what I was saying than to what I was doing. Oh, the great curse of the Let's Play. But anyway, let's go ahead and take out this guy right here, climb up here, and see if we can get ourselves a bit of an extra bit. Yeah, if you climb on top of these containers, you can get extra stuff like that 20 rings and that shield right there. And right there, I failed, because those, these robots with the 4 missiles on their sides, jeez, I did it again. You can lock onto every single individual missile and the body of the robot to get yourself some extra points. And it's usually required that you do stuff like that to get an A rank in the level. And there is the Golden Beetle for this level, something that I haven't mentioned yet. That Golden Beetle will appear in every Sonic level and every Tails level. I don't think it appears in Knuckles or any treasure hunting levels whatsoever. But, if you destroy it, you get an extra 1,000 points, which a lot of the time is required to get an A rank in level, so make sure you destroy that as often as possible. Unfortunately, it only shows up for about a couple seconds, and then it disappears after that, so that can be a little bit of a bother, but it's not that bad if you know where it is beforehand. Usually, at least. There are some later on in the game that are a little more troublesome, but we'll get to those when we get to those. Anyway, you see these little glowing, like, glow stick things and animals that have been strewn about these levels. I'm sure you guys have noticed those. Those are so that you might train your Chao in the Chao Garden. That was one of the most memorable parts of this game for a lot of people. I know it definitely was for me. I wasted so much time on the Chao Garden when I was a kid. Basically, Chao Garden, you find a blue key in the middle of whatever level you're playing, and after you play through the level, you can go ahead and head to the Chao Garden, where you get to raise these little blue guys to punch each other in the face and race, and it's super cute, and it's super fun, and it's super addicting, and maybe I'll show it off at the end of this Let's Play or something, but for now, we've just completed Prison Island with Tails, and there we go. Let's go ahead and save Sonic, and hopefully move on.
Very good.
Ah, dang it, a B rank instead of an A rank, because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get all the combos I could have. Oh well.
Huh? Amy?
Keep your voice down. Have no fear. Amy Rose is here.
How'd you get here?
Well, if you gotta know, I caught a ride with Tails. Are you sure you don't need my help? It looks like you could use it.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog.
You mean that black hedgehog?
Did you see it? Where is it now?
If I tell ya, will you marry me?
No way!
I thought I had you this time. That black hedgehog came here with Dr. Eggman.
So, Eggman's behind this, huh?
What's all that writing on the wall anyway? Did you write that? Wait for me, Sonic! He's such a brat sometimes.
What is all that writing on the wall? It looks way too scientific for Sonic's personality to have written it. Anyway, welcome to Stage 4 Metal Harbor, probably one of my favorite levels in the game. I love the soundtrack here. I love how fast it is, and I think everybody sort of loved Metal Harbor when they were playing through this game as a kid. Anyway, once again, I just tried to use an ability that we don't have yet, but we will be gaining a new ability in this level, if that's not too terribly much of a spoiler. This is Metal Harbor, and it's one of my favorite levels. I remember this so distinctly from my childhood, and I remember playing through this level over and over and over just because it was so fun, even if I got an A rank, just time and time again. It was great. Let's go ahead and homing attack these guys. There's the Golden Beetle. Pretty easy for this level, but let's go ahead and go up here, because if you don't, you'll find yourself stuck on this platform, because there's no way out of here except that giant trail of rings. So let's pick up the Light Shoes. Light Dash to move at light speed along paths of rings. And yeah, this is exactly like it was in Sonic Adventure 1, except you don't have to charge it up this time, so it's a little bit more convenient to use, which I really like. Anyway, Metal Harbor is actually kind of difficult to get an A rank in, because there is a distinct scarcity of points going on here. You get those 600 points right there, and you can get a couple hundred points by doing a few enemy combos along the way, but you're going to need pretty much all the points that you can get if you want to get an A rank on this level. So you have to be very, very quick, and there's a section later on that's actually fairly difficult that I'm a little bit worried about that I'm not going to get on my first try, but that's alright. We can go ahead and try that when we get to it. But here, you hear all the brass instruments in the background, and you have all these planes flying around, and that was absolutely terrible, and I messed that up, and I'm sure I'm going to have to redo this now. But all these planes flying around, and all these explosions that you're just dashing through at incredible speeds. I don't know. It's not even that amazing of a concept until you get to the end of the level. Well, I suppose it is, because we're at a military base, and there's all this huge weaponry around, and the entire military's after us, so I don't know where I was going with that when I said it's not that amazing of a concept. All I really mean to say is that Metal Harbor is an amazing level, regardless of its theme or whatever, and it's super exciting, especially because of that music. But here's that section I was talking about earlier that's actually fairly difficult to get through if you want to get an A rank. You have to go above and beyond if you want to get an A rank. I suppose it's a little bit like school then. But you have to come over here and go past that spring. You could just hit that spring and go up that way, and you'd be fine. You complete the level alright, but you wouldn't be able to get to this part. If you get up here, you get a few more extra points than you did before, and because of the scarcity of points that I mentioned earlier in Metal Harbor, you really need to get up here if you want to get an A rank. But here we are, grabbing on the side of a rocket ship, holding on to this. How intense is that? That's awesome. Anyway, dropping down here, we get our second snowboarding, or metal boarding, I guess, segment of the game. And we can pick up some extra rings and a life on the way, but I missed the life. That's alright, though, because lives don't really give you points, and that's what I'm more concerned about at the moment than points themselves. But that does it for Metal Harbor. There we go, and let's see what kind of a rank we got. 20,000 points, that should do it.
That was cool!
That was cool. There we go, we got our A rank.
So far, so good. Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my...
make you eat those words.
There's no time to play games. You won't even get the chance.
Oh man, that dialogue so intense, am I right? Now, they tried to be really, really, intense with the dialogue here, and it seemed to be of no avail, because it just comes off as kind of silly, especially when the voices are, like, overlapping half the time. But anyway, here's our first character fight. Well, not our first character fight, because we actually fought Dr. Eggman with Tails earlier, but here's our fight with Shadow as Sonic, and he'll jump around, and if you try to homing attack him head on, he'll just jump up and homing attack, and you won't be able to do any damage. So wait until he's on the ground, and hopefully facing away from you, and you'll be able to do a slightly more effective attack and actually hit him.
Shadow, what are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it!
Blows up? Gotta get out of here. Find Amy and Tails right away.
Sonic said, without moving his lips whatsoever. But, speaking of voices and stuff, I think I should probably mention the voice acting in this game just real quick, if only as a formality. Dang it, I didn't get the 3 combo that I wanted there. Anyway, I really like Sonic's voice actor in this game. I think he represents Sonic's personality really well. I like him more than the modern voice actor, and I totally forget his name at the moment, so I'm sorry for not giving you proper credit. But, I really like him more than the Sonic voice actor in, like, Lost World and Generations and stuff like that. But when it comes to a character like Tails, I kind of like the new character a little bit more, because as you guys saw in that cutscene where Tails was... Ah, dang it. Jeez, that always happens to me on this part, dang it. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. We can pick up more rings later, so it doesn't matter that much whether we have them right now. As you guys saw in that Tails cutscene where he was flying the Tornado 2 towards Prison Island, his voice was a little tiny bit robotic, mixed in with the anachronisms of, like, I saw it on satellite TV, as if that's, like, the next big thing, and now satellite TV is going out of style. But anyway, we just got the Golden Beetle, and I like, Sonic's voice actor in this game. I like Knuckles. Amy's alright. It's certainly better than the Sonic Lost World voice actor for Amy. But I like pretty much everybody here except, Tails, I think. Anyway, we just got the Light Attack ability, which, just as in Sonic Adventure 1, you can use to destroy multiple enemies at once. But, also just as in Sonic Adventure 1, it's not especially useful, really, ever. Not any times that I can think of, anyway. If there's anything I'm missing, go ahead and tell me. I would duly appreciate it. But anyway, here we are in White Jungle, I believe. And you see that giant counter in the top left making this level all foreboding and like, oh no, I need to hurry up and get to the end. It gives you 8 minutes to get to the end of this level, which is more than enough. It is so much. It's definitely ample time. Like, you would have to take this level extremely slowly for it to be a close call whatsoever. And I apologize to those of you who actually use all 8 minutes in playing this game, but generally I finish with like 5 minutes left or something. Actually, I have no idea with how much time I usually finish this level, but that was just a random estimate. The point is, you're not going to use all 8 minutes that the game gives you, but if they run out, I assume you lose a life. I've never actually had it run out on me before, so I don't know what the punishment is for that happening. Anyway, if you hold the X button there, or your A button on the GameCube, or whatever corresponding button, you can dive a little bit deeper than you normally would and get 5 rings. If you go even deeper than that, there's an extra life at the bottom, but there are also big spiked balls spinning around, and if you run into those, I would have lost my shield, and I would like to keep my electric shield, because getting rings is an important part of getting a decent score on the level. But anyway, this is the home stretch of the level right here. Yeah, we're already at the end, and we've got so much time left on our timer. Yeah, 5 minutes, just like I said. Anyway, there we go. We've completed this level, and made it out alive, I think. And with an A rank as well.
That was cool.
But anyway, that's going to have to do it for this episode of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, where we see what happens after we escape Prison Island.